Hello, darlingists.
How do you do?
Okay, here is the red wall story. I had always wanted a red wall, and we looked everywhere in magazines and paint stores. I mean, there was not a swatch that was safe from us. And then one day we were walking down Columbus Avenue and a new store had opened called Babette.
Right.
And I look and there's our red wall. So I walk in and the woman tells me that they had mixed the paint at the paint store that's across the street from our apartment. She said, just go into it and ask for Babette Red, which is exactly what I did. And that's how we got our color.
On a scorching August morning, it's 5 a.m. and we get up to get ready. At 7 a.m., Ugo and Richard, the painters, arrive, somewhat surprised to see that it's not an empty apartment they've been scheduled to paint. And Ugo and Richard take one look at all the bags and books and furniture that we crammed into the middle of the floor. Hardly any room really to move around. And Ugo says, this is very hard. This is going to be very hard work. Ugo then announces that they have not brought spackle. And they're obviously going to need to spackle, so they got to go get spackle in New Jersey. So 90 minutes later, they come in and Ugo has yet another announcement for us, which is this apartment will be painted today. So Barbara and I nip across the street to that same paint store, buy rollers and brushes, not to mention beer, come back, crank up the music, and get to work.
And then about 4 hours into it, we're all just kind of in the zone now. You know, the music is playing, we're humming along, we're swapping stories about family and work, and then we open the beer. And Ugo has a couple of beers, and then at one point he turns to me and he wants to know, do you salsa? I do not. But Ugo continues to paint anyway. So we saved the red wall for the very end. So everybody holds their breath, and Richard gets on this very tall ladder and with a very fine paintbrush paints a perfect red line all the way across the molding. And then he comes down and we splash up the first coat of paint, and it's a little bit brassy, so I was a little bit nervous, you know, but then we put up the second coat and it was perfect. And we all just kind of stood back and declared a success.
Our long day ended at 9 p.m. We were fried and filthy, but we felt like family.
And Ugo and Richard came back to the building many times to do other paint jobs. And every time I would see Ugo, he would ask, how's the red wall? And of course, do you salsa yet?
If you're feeling fancy-free, come wander through the world with me. And any place we chance to be will be our rendezvous. Two for the road, we'll travel down the years, collecting precious memories, selecting souvenirs and living life the way we please.
In summertime the sun will shine. In winter we'll drink summer wine. And every day that you are mine will be a lovely day. As long as love still wears a smile, We love you.